Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Akad. Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Akad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Akad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord, our power, is one Lord. So, I mean, welcome back to another lesson. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners. Just back with another lesson this morning. You know, the things that are about to happen on the earth, have all been ordained, you know, by the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and we're going to come into these times because the Lord is in control of all things. The Lord is in control. There's no such thing as Mother Nature. There's no, such thing as an accident. The Lord is in control of all things at all times. And I just want to go into the scriptures to just pull up some of these accounts because we had the scriptures to look over. Well, let me get that real quick. This is let me get Romans 15:4. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things, this is Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that through the patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So, reading over these scriptures, you should understand that the Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, is in control of all things. Let me get that in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, and how can a man understand his own way? So, like, the Lord is in control. When you wake up in the morning and you decide to, drive a different way to work, you know, that's all ordained by the Lord. The Lord can send you a different route based on what He plans on doing in that area for the day. I mean, let's get that in Job. This is Job chapter 33 and verse 14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep fall upon men, and the slumberings upon the bed, he openeth the ears of man and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw them from their purpose and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit and his life from perishing by the sword. And I mean, that's a perfect example. You wake up in the morning, you decide, well, oh, I'm not going to drive to work this way. I'm going to go this other way. But when you get to work, you find out that the path that you normally take, it was a 15 car pileup. I mean, man's goings are the Lord, and the Lord is in control. Just like these elite that believe that they're going to get their plans off. I mean, this is all ordained by the Lord. The Lord is the one that sealeth your instructions while you're asleep. So all the wickedness that you come up with, believing that you're gonna win when it comes when our Savior Yahweh Shah comes back, it's all in vain because the Lord he seals your instructions. I mean, there was another king. I'm gonna go ahead and read the whole thing, but it was another king that thought he was the shit, but the Lord showed him who was in control. This is I'm gonna go ahead and read the whole. I guess I'll read the whole chapter. This is Daniel chapter 4 and verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar the king unto all the people, nations, and tongue. Wait a minute. Nebuchadnezzar the king unto all people, nations, and language that dwell in all the earth. Peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high power hath wrought toward me. How great are his signs and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion from generation to generation. You know, Nebuchadnezzar was at rest in mine house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, the soothsayers, and I told them the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar, according to the name of my power, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And before him I told the dream, saying, O Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in thee, and no secret troubleth thee, tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. Thus were the visions of my mind head. Thus were the visions of mine head. In my bed I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the weight thereof was great. And the tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it. The fowls of the heaven dwell in boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in my vision my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one came down from heaven. And he cried aloud and said, Thus, hew down the tree and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit, lest let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, and tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. I mean, this is, you know, the this is a verse that we use all the time to to basically explain how Esau Edom, the basis of men, has been set up over the Lord's kingdom. You know, the basis of men. So this is twofold that he was telling. He was telling Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, this is Daniel 4:18. This dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now thou, O Belshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof, for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in thee. Let me get that right there. That's Amos 3 and 7. It says, surely the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And Daniel was a great prophet. So the Lord revealed his secret unto him so he could tell the king, the interpretation thereof. Okay, and then it says, then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was stoned for an hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belteshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belteshazzar answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretation thereof to thine enemies. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon which branches the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. It is thou, O king, that art great and become strong, for thy greatness is grown and reacheth unto the heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. And whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one come down from heaven, and say, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon thy Lord the king, that they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over thee, till thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whosoever he will. So I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this is the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. So, and whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee. After that thou shalt have known that the heavens do rule. Wherefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto thee, and break off thy sins by righteousness, and thine iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of thy tranquility. And all this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon, and the king spake and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times pass over thee, until thou knowest the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till the hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. And at the end of the days, I Nebuchadnezzar lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. So, I mean, basically, the Most High told him, hey, since you so proud, like he's Like we're out here telling these elites, you know, since y'all are proud, the Lord is gonna bring you down. Y'all going into slavery. Y'all going into slavery. You know, just like he was driven from among men and like a wild ox eating grass. Hey, the Lord is able to do that. The Lord is in control of all things. So, with that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Hopefully, this lesson was edifying to the body. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.